Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another weekly update. I have a major announcement to make, two actually. The first one is you, right there, you, watching on your computer or mobile device or brain scanatron from the future. You are awesome. I love you. I love you, man. Or woman. Or person of gender that you haven't decided yet. This past week, I reached 1,900 subscribers and over 400,000 total video views. First episode of Scribblenauts Let's Create in Scribblenauts Unlimited has over 60,000 views. So that was made possible by you guys. You right there. You're awesome. But seriously, it really wouldn't be possible without you. So I do thank each and every one of you. You're really great. I love my creepy smiles. Anyway, so yeah. Scribblenauts hat. For a bit more sobering news. So, as a lot of you know, stupid hair. I don't want to say that. As a lot of you know, I had surgery recently on my back. What you don't know is why the surgery was necessary. Some people get surgeries because of their discs herniate. Some of you have no idea medical jargon. You could just pause the video, go to Wikipedia, look up herniated disc or things like that. But the reason why my back was in the state that it was, I'm only saying this because it's gonna obviously affect my channel, is there was actually a relatively small, I guess about the size of an almond, but that's big for inside your body, a small tumor growing inside one of the vertebrae in my spine that was making it collapse into my spinal cord. It was like in it and pushing everything outward, and so I had to get emergency surgery to get that taken out, and so that I wouldn't be paralyzed from the waist down. Because this weird thing that when your spinal cord is cut off, everything kind of stops working. So, surgery was successful. Doctors were able to remove as much of the tumor as they could, and patch up the area. There's bone growing right now. I can walk around now. I'm recovering really well. I was out of the hospital after 3 days, which is really cool when you have spinal surgery. So, yeah, but the thing with tumors is that there's two types of tumors. There's a benign tumor, which means it's just a bunch of cells that decide to get together and throw a party. And there's a malignant tumor, which is a bunch of cells that decide to throw a party, and it's one of those parties that you call the police for because they start getting a bit rowdy and you need the riot squad and things like that. I'm making light of this because it's my personality. So there was pathology done, we got results in, and it's cancer. Plain and simple. And it's not the only place I have it. I have on a couple spots in my spine, other areas that didn't grow enough to collapse the spine out. I have a tumor growing behind one of my kidneys, on my hip, and it's called a ganglioneuroblastoma. It's a type of cancer that grows near adrenal glands and nerve cells and things like that, which makes sense because the kidneys, splenic area, and whatever areas, and the spine, or it's all that's where it is. It's pretty rare cancer. I think 5 years ago or something, there was only like 57 reported cases in the world. Not 5 years ago, but like 10 years ago or something. It's very rare. It's usually found in really small children, so I'm pretty old to have this. Like I said, it's in a bunch of areas. It's like an intermediate type of thing. There's ganglioma or ganglionoma or something like that, which is the benign version of it, meaning it's just sitting there. You can take it out with or surgery or just some light radiation. It'll just go away. Thank you, phone. There's what I have, ganglioneuroblastoma. Is ganglioneuroblastoma, which is halfway benign, halfway malignant, and then there's neuroblastoma, which is the one you don't want to have, which I don't have, thankfully, but that's the one where the doctors are saying. But what I have is still semi-malignant, is spread to a few places. And because of that, I'm going to be starting chemotherapy to get rid of it starting this Wednesday. Chemotherapy has a lot of effects, a lot of side effects to it. I'm going to be in the hospital for a few days every few weeks. It's pretty much going to work out. I'm going to be in the hospital for a few days for treatment, then I'm going to come home for a few weeks to recover, then go back for the next treatment. The doctor thinks that I'll need 5 treatments, which optimally, if I do well, which means 3 weeks of recovery in between each time, it'll take about 4 months. And then there's going to be, in order to get rid of the cancer, and then there's going to be about a half a year after that where they're going to use other therapies as well, other radiation therapies, in order to make sure it stays gone. Because if you just kill the cancer, you can't just kill the tumors and then walk away, because then they just like pop out of their little hiding spots and say, "Yay, party time!" So you gotta bombard everything and make sure it stays dead. And then the doctor said it's gonna take about a year and a half before I'm better again. What does this mean for me? I'm not gonna die. I'm not dying. No. It means that I don't know. Everyone has different side effects. People have told me that they've had absolutely no side effects from chemotherapy. You hear like a lot of cancer patients, hair falls out, or weakness, or this and that and the other thing, weight loss, whatever, loss of appetite. There's a lot of side effects. I'm not going to know until I start getting the treatment. So until I find out, I really can't say what's going to be happening with my channel for the next months. Obviously I'm not going to be, I'll be in the hospital. I have like a portable thing, so I will be around on Twitter and Facebook, things like that. I will not be uploading videos, obviously. I'm not really well enough to record. The Scribblenauts video was a real strain for me. The last video I uploaded, It was a real strain for me. It's very hard to, takes a lot of time to render and things like that. So I don't know if I can do that again before I go to the hospital. If the chemotherapy doesn't knock the stuffing out of me, then I'm going to continue Let's Playing, definitely. Because that's going to give me something to do, it's going to give me something to look forward to, it's going to give me strength from you guys. They'll be perfect for me. I need something to keep me going. The Let's Playing I originally started in order to pretty much save my life from a depression I had from previous horribly debilitating illness. Sorry about that. So what does this mean for you? I ask that you be patient. I have a lot of projects I still want to do. I actually have new ideas that I've gotten. I have everything written down here. I still want to do the Super Nintendo Entertainment Sundays, Super Nintendo Entertainment Saturdays, Nintendo Entertainment Sundays. I still want to do Final Fantasy X. I want to finish up Earthbound. I want to finish up Link's Awakening. I'm not going to do that probably till Chug Conroy finishes his Let's Play, because no one's going to watch it anyway. Nobody's really watched it. Phone! I have some friends visiting me, so they're going to be here soon, so... yeah. I just need your support. This is a very hard time for me, a very hard time for my family. Cancer is scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm usually, I would call myself a strong person. It's freaking me out a bit, just because I don't know how I'm gonna be in the next year. What I'm gonna be like. You know, if I were just going in and like getting treatments or whatever, it'd be okay. But I'm gonna have to go, when I go there, they're gonna be installing a catheter about over here, so that they can send medicine directly into one of my major veins. So they're gonna have to put me into anesthesia for that. I don't want to go into it. I'm gonna have to get bone marrow. I gotta wrap this up. Cool thing is, with stem cell research as it is today, they can make stem cells out of your own body. So I'm going to need a lot of new things when this is all over. And not organs like bone marrow and things like that. But once my body is pretty much cleared out, they can make stem cells from my own like blood and stuff. Which that technology, that science didn't exist like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. So I've got good chances. The doctor I'm seeing in Pennsylvania, the Children's Hospital of Pennsylvania, is also a specialist on my particular cancer. So I'm just asking you guys, bear with me. It's tough times. We're gonna all get through this. And I look forward to making videos for you guys for years and staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time.